Hi, and thanks for tuning in to the first edition of Artist to Artist. My name is Jamila Mendez, and I'm a visual artist residing here in Dallas, Texas. And today we're going to be talking to the amazing LaShonda Cooks with her pointillistic style of acrylic paintings. So, let's get started.
I've had a lot of fun the past couple of days chatting it up with my friends, and since I can't hug and kiss them in person, I've been talking to them on here like everybody else. Um, so I decided that I wanted to do a artist to artist talk. So this is like the best time to catch my art sisters. They at the house, bored, or painting, or going crazy like me. So I'm gonna try to keep it going. It might just be doing during this crisis, or it might go a little further than that. I'm gonna invite my beautiful art sister LaShonda Cooks on here, and we are gonna gab it up and talk about her amazing work. Okay, Shonda, you ready?
Yes.
Yay! There you are,
Your lightning is good though. You
girl.
look good.
That's because I got that 2-in-1. I'm gonna have to get you
See,
one. It's time for you to get
give me one.
one. Yeah, I was telling Danielle about that. I'm gonna send her one too, but she don't like to be on camera. I was threatening her. I was like, "You next."
Oh, and she got those new work. Come on, girl.
Yeah,
Come on. You forget it. Just play like it's just you and it's just us talking. That's it, you know?
because that's what's going on, artist to artist. Like everybody else
Literally.
just getting to watch it and enjoy the
Yeah.
process.
Let me move my paintings around a little bit. See.
That you were
See
busy.
if I can put that. It'll work. Okay. Okay,
Come on through with that
yay.
Sagittarius energy. Yes.
That way, oh girl. Right, and it'll die soon. You know, it goes like this, woo, and then the next time you be like, "What's what y'all want? What you
Yeah,
want? What
you
you?"
like I'm over it.
I'm not ready.
So what have you been up to, or let me have you been up to something? Or I know the answer, but I'm gonna ask you questions like I don't know. So
Okay, okay,
yeah.
yes. Yeah, I've actually been busy. I had commissions kind of pop out of nowhere. I just dropped off a series of 3 paintings. I got contacted last Monday about, and I dropped them off today. So that was surprising. And I'll show you some work behind me. But yeah, I've basically done about 6 paintings in the last 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks since we've been on quarantine, which is not normal. Normally I work really slow, or lately I've been working really slow, but I don't know, I've been like in an hyperactive mode. I guess because it's forcing us to stay home.
Yeah.
I can't really escape the work. I'm like, okay, well, let's work on this. It's either, once I finish doing my virtual work at online, it's a good escape and a good, transition. But yeah, I've been really active.
So how,
um,
like, normally, how long does it take you for when you say normally I paint slow? What's slow to you?
Normally for commissions, I tell people I need at least a month. A month. The last commission I did took me 3 months. The one with the and I showed y'all the one and it wasn't a big piece. It was like a 24 by 30. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna need a month. And it took me 3 months to do it. And I just did 3 commissions that are 20 by 20 in a week. Like that's crazy. But it wasn't quite as detailed. So it was a different level. But like this Urkel, I'll show y'all. So the Urkel piece, I
Ah,
started that. He looking like, yeah, what's up? It just took me like 2 sessions to paint him, and this is big. I don't like painting big. And then this one,
wow.
you
So what?
know,
But what's big? Like, how big is it?
this one is about, I would say it's close to 20, 20 by, it looks like a 24 by 36. It might be a little bit less, but
Okay,
yeah,
it is big.
for a portrait, that's big for me. And
Yeah,
then these are some older
it's
pieces, but
dope.
yeah, I did both. I went into Dwayne Wayne since we've been on quarantine. So yeah, that's crazy. I don't normally
That
paint that.
Urkel one is fire. That is my favorite
Thank
one.
you. I'll show him again.
Oh my God, Stefan Arkell.
Yes.
I can't
Yes,
say.
Henny. I work with so the artist I work with for this one, because it's a collaboration, he does these really cool, lots of color, lots of very straight lines, or very clean lines rather. So I wanted to make sure I incorporated as much of his work into the portrait as possible, because I thought it was dope. So we'll see. Right now this is kind of, him kind of popping out of the painting and utilizing those lines. So it's
Yeah,
not done, but it's
it's
close.
so different. I absolutely love it.
Yeah, so yeah, and I would have never have. He was like, "What made you do it this way?" And I was like, "Well, I just want to make sure, we showing your work. We working together on it. I don't want to just paint over all this beautiful work he had done." So it was kind of cool to try to imagine it and utilize what was already there. So it's cool.
I liked it. It looks like he is like all in one, a part of the background, but also popping out of it, like whichever way you want to take
Yeah,
it. You know what I'm saying? And you're like, it's
yeah.
not done. I'm kind of like, oh shit, don't do anything else to it.
I know that's the artist dilemma, right? Like, when are we done ever?
Yeah.
But I think he needs a little bit more love. Like the hands are one of my like things where I struggle. So like that needs a little bit more, kind of, oh, this one, look, that needs some work, and maybe a little bit touch up to the face. But yeah, it's pretty close, and that's crazy. Like, to be done that quickly, like that was like when I first started painting. I would paint really fast, and then I had these little ones. I'll show you. I'm lining them up. These have been fast too. And then I want to see your work, because you have some stuff cooking over there too.
Not really.
Yes, I've seen it. But
Not really.
these are my little ones. So
Oh,
um
yeah.
yeah, so I contacted
Bobby, you're
so I know
so
her.
talented.
Thank you. And these are done in one sitting, so I haven't retouched these yet. It took me like 30 minutes to paint this one, and her hair is darker, so I'm gonna go back in and do the shadowing. But yeah, I just been in the zone. I guess because I haven't had many distractions. So,
Oh
and
my
that's the
goodness.
center
And
one.
what is that on? Are those on plates or small canvases? Like,
Yeah. This is one like raw, but it has this nice. It's made out of leaves, so it's eco-friendly. Each of them is different, and yes, let me see. But yes,
I
and
will
it's
pay
cool.
you for some. I don't know if I ever told you, but I am in love with the square canvases, round canvases. I don't even really know what it's about, but like I'm so obsessed with it.
Yeah.
I'll pay you for some of those plates, dear love.
Yes, absolutely. I have 50, so I'm planning on doing like 20.
Caring, it's
Yes,
caring.
yes, yeah. I got you. I got you.
Oh my
But
God.
I like weird shapes too, and I like painting on weird, materials. But yeah, that was just a blessing. I don't know if I would have done that, if we were in the studio and I had all these canvases around, but I don't. So I was like, we gonna use what I have and make it work, and so that's what I'm up to. But I want to see what you got.
Girl, for real, I don't have like you seen what I have, but I'll show it to you.
I want to see the lady with the flowers. Well, if you feel led.
Yeah,
No.
she's back here. So I actually was doing that. So you know that I had started sip and paint, because I did that a couple years back and I loved it. I
Yeah.
know like there's like 50-50. Some artists are like, if you're a real artist, you don't like that type of shit. But
Yeah, that's true.
I like people interaction, and I'm sorry for the artists that are watching, sorry, but I'm not bougie like that. I don't care. I
Yeah.
actually like watching people connect to something that we all had a connection to when we first got here. As soon as we learned how to put something in our hand, no matter the people that I was never artistic. But when you were a little kid, you had a pencil in your hand, whatever the hell it was looking like, you were drawing, and it's about connection to imagination and creativity. It's not about how good you are, somebody critiquing it. and to see that the part that's far back in your brain and to see it light back up in someone's
Yeah.
eyes is such a turn on to me. So that's why I enjoy doing them. It has nothing to do with whether or not I'm a fine artist, my darling.
You're
So
above it. No,
in
I feel
that,
the same
yeah.
way.
So
I like doing them
I
too.
do my fine art, my ratchet art, my sipping paint. I don't care.
You
I
got
just like
levels,
the
levels,
I just like
levels.
the freaking paint. You
Yeah.
know? I totally don't care. So yeah, I originally did it for that, but
Oh.
it was way too complicated. Like you can't do it
That
in 2 hours.
Yeah, and that's the thing I had to learn. Like you have to simplify so much. And it really challenges you as an artist to say, okay, what can I boil this down, you know, and teach it.
Yeah.
So I like doing it. But yeah, I want
Yeah.
to see that. And I like your setup with the board and your paint. Yeah.
My hubby made that for me. But
Oh,
yeah,
that's
ain't
so
she
nice.
cute?
She's beautiful.
And I
I
really
love
thought I
her.
could. I was like, I can simplify it more. I can, but girl, nah, it was
Yeah,
even
because you
for
got
me,
highlights.
somebody that was, that has a little bit of skill. It was taking more than 2 hours, so I was like, yeah, I might have to make a short fro for her or something to simplify it. I don't know, but
Or pre-sketch it. Do you pre-sketch yours normally or going raw?
anything with the face, I pre-sketch it for the customers because you don't want to
Okay.
frustrate them like that. But if
Yeah.
it's a landscape like trees or something, no, you gonna get that
Yeah.
right. I'm like, you gonna learn today.
I don't
So,
blame you.
and as you know, I've been working on my other piece that I've been showing you and Danielle like over and over again. It's
Yes.
it's still not finished.
That's okay.
Hold on.
I like that yellow that you have on. That's beautiful.
Thank you. I love dark yellow.
Yes. Yellow oxide. That's what it looks like.
It's
Oh,
it's almost
yes.
there, but not quite. Like
Oh,
there's a lot of
girl.
work to be done. Like in the sand and the water and other little things.
It's
But
beautiful.
his goatee go hard though. I got that good.
I'm going to see his go. Your sunset though. That detail. Like, yeah, I love how you're taking it and you're going into. So you working on individual pieces of that painting, like, or you like just go over the overall? Okay, yeah,
Yeah. And I kind of like go all over the place, and then I start like zoning in a
yeah,
certain area. I'm like, okay, this needs a little bit more work here, a little bit more work there. But I am
yeah.
definitely by no means a fast painter.
What would you consider? How long would it take you to do the average piece? Look.
So, like, I don't know because Amy, I just showed you that literally is the first time where I have just worked on one painting. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Usually I
yeah.
have two or three. You see, I got two. Well, it's two showing, but I have three easels, and I would just set paintings up there and
I
work
love
on
your
something
easel.
until
I'm a
I
jack one of
work
them
on it
easels.
until girl, I got those for sale at Michael's.
I need to
So
get some more. Yes.
yeah, I came up on a lick. They were $20, and I
Are
waited
you
till they had that.
serious?
I waited till they had that 50% off. I went in like I was
That's
like,
what I'm
yeah,
talking
got it.
about. I just have that one, and I didn't. It took me forever to put that one together. So I was looking at your easels in that video, and I was like, "Oh, we need to try a video, by the way." But I was
Oh,
looking
yeah,
at the
okay.
easels. And, yeah,
Yeah, these are so much easier. They're not very hard to put like I put it together. Joe did that.
Joe put
But
that
anyway,
together. I know he did.
but when I was watching, I saw that it wasn't hard.
It looked like anybody. Okay, yeah. No, that one was old school. Like you had to literally put every, and I would take it up and break it down like every day. That was my because I have a little table in my studio, so I don't normally use an easel. So it's been interesting. But so you say
Really?
how long?
So you
Hmm.
sit like this and you paint normally.
Mhm. Normally,
Cool.
yes. So that's been different. I was standing up until I was like, I'm tired of standing inside. We have a little stool in the kitchen. I brought that stool out there. I'm like, I'm okay. So I'm sitting out on our breezeway, which you can see outside. It's cool during a good day, but also I've never painted. I never even imagined painting out there. Like that's where we walk through to get to the garage. That's where it's a space that's been beautiful, but it's been interesting. This has been interesting. I would never want to paint out there because I would be like nervous, like neighbors rolling up. You know what I mean? Like, hey, what you doing? Like,
Yeah.
no, no.
Yeah. Because
But
now
it's been
ain't nobody finna say nothing to you. They
nobody
walking in
rolling
on
up.
the
Yeah, no. Even if they see me, they're not saying nothing. Everybody mind their business. So it's cool.
exactly.
Yeah. But say
So
how you
as far as how long it takes me to finish a painting, I really don't know. Because I'm
hi.
usually working on 2 or 3. That one has been sitting for a month. But I think that I would have been done with it in about 2 weeks had this stuff not happened. Because
Yeah.
to be transparent, for the past 2 weeks, I've just been, tripping.
We had opposite, so we kind of had opposite responses to it because I went into like hyper mode, and then yeah, and that's so interesting, and yeah,
And
and
I went the opposite. Like I was having trouble painting, I was having trouble sleeping, I was having trouble not sleeping. I went
yeah,
from like getting 2 hours of sleep and then walking around like a crazy person. And then I would try to, watch TV. I was like, well, if you just take your mind off of it. But it was like everywhere at first. It's a
yeah,
little bit of an overload. If I keep seeing the word, I'm like, I wish I would stop. I know everybody means well. You notice I'm
yeah,
not saying it, but
yeah,
I'm like, I want to not see the word for a while. But I'm
yeah.
highly sensitive and I have discernment, and so it affects me differently. So, but
Do
I'm
you think
starting to. Whew,
that's good? Yes, I can tell. I can tell.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
because I've been drawing on my iPad. So anytime when I start with that, I'm like, that's a good sign. I'm
it's a
coming
good.
back to myself. That's helping me, and also to accept. I read this meme, and because I was feeling guilty because I was like, you're at home, like nothing's going on, and you should be cranking workout right now. But
Mhm.
something is happening to us, and it
Right.
doesn't work that way for everybody. And you shouldn't guilt people in the, oh, well, da 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 da, because
No,
this
for
is a
real.
time of stress, you know?
It's a pandemic. Yeah, like no. And I was talking to a guy. What was it yesterday? He was saying the same thing. He was like, now I see. He was like, I always been one of those people that's like, I don't understand how people get depressed. I don't understand this. And he was like, this is like kind of like a karma moment. Because and I was reading an article where it was saying, hey y'all, for waving. But they were saying how a lot of people like are even having one of the two responses. And I've suffered from anxiety in the past. Like I've had a lot of traumatic stuff in the last few years. So I was just like, like I'm home. I was freaking out when I was still working. Like I used, when it initially happened, my job was kind of like, okay, we're going to give y'all some gloves and some hand sanitizers. Take care of yourself. And I was just like, no, that's not enough. So once they gave me the green light to work from home, that was the first day I took off from work because I was like freaking out. Like I thought I was sick. I thought I had it. Didn't. I was like, I'm not myself right now. And that was when I first started painting the Urkel. Like that day, I took a whole day off, and then I was like, y'all need to figure this out. And that's when I talked to my
Urkel saved your life, girl. Urkel saved your
Urkel. Let me
life.
look. Yes, he was this one and
Yeah.
Dwayne. Urkel and Dwayne
Fire.
saved my. Okay, but yeah. So no. I don't want to make it seem my response is not normal by any means, and it took me some time to get there because I was bugging.
No
Like,
response is bad. Like, you
yeah,
know what I'm saying? People do what they
yeah,
need to do to get through
yeah,
shit like this,
yeah,
and whether it's to go to work hyper mode so you can take your mind off stuff, or just, wear the wood floor out like I was doing and crying
yeah.
and tripping. But apparently I had to go through that. But I've had issues with depression and anxiety, throughout my life at different times in my life. So
Yeah.
I'm just grateful it didn't affect me, worse. So
Yeah.
I'm coming out of it. I'm good. I'm well, and so now I'm of the mind. I definitely know that what helped me is like we got online with my. So the good part about this, let me say something good,
Yeah.
is my kids having time for me. So that's always
Oh,
good.
yes.
So we were doing family prayer together and, with their grandma, stuff that, hey, Kevin, stuff that normally wouldn't happen, and so that had me calming down as well. So
Yeah.
that's the good side of it. But
Yes.
enough about pandemic talk, Lord.
Right.
Oh,
I know. I feel like I need to
so
do a woosah.
yeah. But I'm glad to know that you were productive during it and you haven't let it like overtake you and whatnot. So what
Yeah.
else I
I'm
want to talk
thankful.
what I want to talk about is I know you work in acrylics, right?
Yes, I have to work in acrylics because I like lots of layers, and I like it to dry fast. So I haven't messed with anything else yet. I do, that's on my bucket list, like to try oil and watercolor, but I have not yet. So
Girl, I am
are you in
scared
acrylic?
before. Yeah, I am acrylic all the way. I am a Capricorn and I have no damn patience. So acrylic is my friend.
Yes.
Okay? Because in 5 minutes, I might change my mind.
Right. You need to be
Like
able to go back in
serious.
there and change it. Absolutely.
Yeah. The only thing that, so I already told you about this, but I got to put it up on. I feel like Windsor and Newton, they need to pay me because I'm about to like pub them up. But everybody needs
Tag
to know
them.
about this stuff.
Yes.
So the only frustrating thing to me with the acrylic is the blending because it dries up fast, and if you want to really get some really good blending in, that's kind of been my weakness, and it's kind of hard to do. But I found this. I
Yes.
found love on my mind. Oh
Slow
my
drying
god.
medium.
Oh my god. Girl, this stuff right here. I'm
Lifesaver.
probably I'm probably late to the party, but this stuff right here,
Yeah.
this is
I
crazy,
know.
girl. I'm talking about, girl. You see Joe? He just had a conversation. He
Yes.
loves my husband, y'all. I love him so much.
Love Joe.
He's working from home too. We've been getting on each other's nerves, but we actually like each other, so
That's
we
good.
like to get on each other's nerves. You don't like me? Get the hell off my thing.
Every other Tuesdays and some Fridays.
Shut the
I
hell up.
see.
Yeah, but that stuff is amazing. I had no idea. I'm gonna buy you some. I'm gonna buy Danielle
Okay.
some.
I would
Like
happily
just
accept it.
yeah, just because I want you to know about I need for you to I need a witness. Like I need for somebody else to be like, oh my
Yeah,
God,
testify
it's
to the
amazing.
goodness.
Yeah, have
Okay.
to.
Okay.
Have to. So what paints do you use? What do you like to what really gets you
Oh,
excited?
okay. Let me get it. Hold on one second. Let me go grab them. So I
You got
use um Liquid X. This is my paint. Okay. Let me turn it. Because I don't use a ton of paint normally. I'll show y'all. This is my little kit. I use a lot of different colors though, so I love this one. And I just switched. I was using Artist Loft, no shade, for a while, and Jamal actually. So we do collaboration pieces, and he said somebody told him about Liquid X and how it would kind of up his game. And I'm like, well, you can't be using Liquid X, and I'm using something, you know what I mean, not as potent. So you don't need a lot, and that's what I like about it. I'm sorry. This is our living
yeah.
room that I'm set up in, but
That's getting me excited, girl.
yes, I keep it
Yeah.
nice and neat. I don't need a lot of it, but yeah, Liquid X because I like, using a lot of different colors. So I need to order some more, and that's the scary part about the stores not being open right now.
That's a good set though.
Yeah, no, this is like, I think it was like 60 and I got it for 40 off. So,
Okay.
I mean, it wasn't terrible, but I use certain colors. Like my favorite, I'm gonna show you my favorite color. Cause this is almost gone. This deoxazine purple, the dark purple. That's what I use. I don't use
Yeah.
black. I don't use black on anything.
You know what? I've seen on several, like fine artists that have their work that they're doing the classes on YouTube, and I've been painting for 30 years, and in 30
Yeah.
years, I have never. I tell my students all the time, darling,
Yes.
don't ever use black. It's just
Yes.
too harsh. So,
Yes.
I've heard this before. You're not supposed to use black.
So you know who told me this? So Chris, you met Chris. We had dated for over 7 years, but he went to art school, and he was the one that was like, "You don't need to use black." Like, and I was like, "What?" And he was like, "Yeah, you don't have to. You can create it." And I was like, "Oh, okay." So
Girl, you
but
ain't
that's what
never tell me that. I would have been done talked his ear off, girl.
Yeah, he studied. He was an art and music major, so I gave him a lot of credit for kind of helping me up my game a bit, but because
Yeah.
he was in my ear a lot about what was good. It still is a big fan and still a big supporter. But yeah, so that's the type of paint I use is the Liquid X right now. And I'm very happy with it. Yes, ma'am. What kind of paint you using other than, I know you showed me your,
Girl.
we've had our paint talk. Wait.
You ready?
Yes.
I don't discriminate. Like I don't care. Y'all finna talk about me. I don't care.
No, we not. You need to put us on. Put us on.
So for my little specialty, like those little like neon metallic, I use cheapies. Okay, so like that one by Folk Art. Cause I'm gonna get a big ass bottle of neon blue. I'm not.
That's a pretty blue. I need some of that.
Look at that. Like I'm not buying no big ass bottle of neon pink.
A pink, yes.
Where you gonna be using a whole bunch of that? You're not. So I just get the cheapies for that. Okay. And then I have a glitter one over here somewhere. It's so amazing. And I'm like you. I love liquid
yes.
So I
use
yeah, I use liquids. They have a soft body one that's oh my god. I'm sorry. Yeah, I think I just had an orgasm on mine. So this is look at this little ass bottle it comes in.
Yeah.
You get a hold of it, you understand why. It's like the consistency of butter. It's not too thick, but it's not runny.
Yeah.
It's amazing. So I have that. And what I tend to do with the expensive paints is I'll buy like a big ass thing of primary sets. If that makes sense. I make sure I have primary colors. Absolutely. And also house paint.
Yes, house paint. Okay.
$4 for this.
See, I need to be on this house paint tip.
I have the only con that I can say about house paint is if you are expecting to, like put red and blue together and make a straight up purple, it's not going to happen because all of them have some other type of tint in them. So
already built in. Okay.
Yeah, already built in. So if you're going to use it and blend it with other colors, you need to kind of mess with it and see what color it makes. You need to know what you're doing or apply it straight on. It's great for like backgrounds, just it spreads really well and I like it. I know everybody else doesn't, but
I know I need to try it because I have a big old piece that I was working on a background because I just started doing that. I used to never paint my background first, and that was another thing that used to drive Chris up. Man, he was like, "Girl, you don't need to have no white because it'll still be white, in certain spaces." So with the latest pieces, I have been doing it, or thank God on these I don't have to. I'm like, yeah, I just have to do the painting itself, but because the plate. Yes, the plate is the background. But yeah, so that's a good, I need to get some, even just for that, just to get that background right, you know?
Pretty colors, $4. It spreads pretty well because of the, it's latex. I like it.
I'm gonna try that. Thank you for putting us on.
Yeah. I ran into I'm a chatty Cathy. I ran into another artist that was doing the same thing. And I was like, I wish that they would identify what their primary was so I could get the primary red. Just because you get, a paint called True Red by Sherwin-Williams, it doesn't mean it doesn't have a tint in it. Yeah. And she was like, well, I called the manufacturer. And she was just using another brand because otherwise I would just ask her what the hell it was. And they told her which colors were the primary red, primary blue, and so she just would buy those.
Really?
So yeah.
That's
only they know.
They do know. They know they made it. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's what they go with. So I already know the answer to this. Mm-hmm. Have you entered into any shows or anything like that?
I haven't entered into any new ones, but I did get into a couple of shows. But of course, everything shifted because of Rona. Rona messed up all the little plans. But I was like, you know what? It's fine. I'm grateful just to even have that little, you got in, But it was a couple of shows. The 214 shows, which I had applied. I was nervous to apply. I'm glad y'all pushed me to apply because I was like, I ain't getting in last time. I'm not doing it again. But and I'm grateful. They're so hit or miss, but I did get into 2 shows.
It is because I got into it one time, and then the last 2 times they told me no. So
this time, but I was like, really? And I looked at, I was like, which pieces? I was like, it's girl. I feel like they just pulled it out and be like, here. But, because I think somebody else told me congratulations, and I didn't see their name on there, and who's a really good artist that we both know. And I was like, they
didn't. Are you crazy? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to say who it was, but I was surprised. I'm like, you didn't, so it's hit or miss. It doesn't, I feel like all this stuff, it's just, who for some stuff. This don't have nothing to do with who I knew, but. Yeah, I'm grateful for that. Hey, girl.
I know, waving.
Yeah.
I feel like, as an artist, especially when you want to be in exhibitions, you have a clear ambition and a vision of where you want, your art to go. Like you and I, you have to develop yes or no doesn't harm me attitude.
Yeah. A thick skin too. Yeah,
just freaking apply. I have not been able to do that all the time. Sometimes I get, oh, thank you so much.
You.
Somebody said 2 talented artists. Thank you so much.
That win. She's a great artist herself. Hey, girl.
Yeah, that's a compliment.
Yes.
But I'm getting better. But sometimes I get a little sensitive, and I'm like, Jamila, why are you being sensitive? Why are you really, what is this really about? Is it really about the exhibition, or in your feelings, or some other
We're
reason?
human. It's impossible. I got I told you I wasn't going to apply. I was like, I didn't get in. And that's when you told me, you were like, yeah, I got in one time. I didn't either. The second, it happens. And I was like, thank you. So I think that's why it's important to have a artist friend group too. So we see, because we post our successes. We don't necessarily talk about not getting into the show or getting, critiqued or, I told y'all I didn't get that grant. I applied for a grant with the city last year. I got it. And I was like, yeah, great. And this year I didn't. And I was kind of like, okay. But I called them and said, can y'all give me feedback? Like, what did just for next time so I can do better? And I found out I was like 0.6 away, 0.06 away from where, the cutoff. So they were like, I don't know. Yeah, they were like, I don't know if this is good news or bad news. So I was like, no, that's good news. That means I need to apply again. And, maybe next time we'll get it. But yeah, it's very, I think a thick skin is so important as an artist because everything's subjective, you know? And
It
I think
is.
having, yeah, I'm glad. That's why I'm glad I have y'all, you, Danielle, artist friends,
Yeah,
so that,
that's to me. That's what
yeah,
helps. I find that a lot of the stereotype for artists is that we're introverted. I'm not. I'm an ambivert. So,
yeah,
and what that means is I'm sitting right in the middle. I'm cool with being in my cave for
yeah,
days or sometimes months at a time. But when I'm ready to come out my cave, I need social interaction. I need it badly. But the having like being able to be an artist and go on a journey and have people next to you that are trying to do the same thing, they just understand. It's not that your other friends don't. Well, yeah, they don't understand. It's not that
yeah,
they don't want to, but they don't understand what the hell you talking about. It's like,
yeah,
okay, girl, we talked about that 15 whole minutes. It's time to move to
yeah.
another subject. It's
Even
boring.
with
I
my
don't
little
want to talk to you
sister,
about paint.
even with my
you
little
know
sister, I talk to her every day, and I'd be like, I tell her some artist stuff, and she's super supportive. But I remember telling her one time, I was like, I don't know if I'm good enough, and she was like, what? She's like, I've never heard you say anything like this. Like, what's happening? And I definitely was in a mood. I was like, I don't know if I'm good. Like, am I good? You know? And I feel like it's not uncommon to go through that, but I was legit kind of,
Definitely not.
questioning my abilities. And I don't think she understood. She was like, well, girl, what you got going on? What's happening right now? She was like, I've never heard you say that before. But I think as you push to get into these different levels, you're trying to get, I'm not trying to be a big fish in a small pond. I do want to expand. And that means, trying
Yeah.
to swim with the big, we're trying to swim in the ocean. So you're going to get tossed on the, sometimes you're not going to succeed and you're going to get kind of, you know, just tossed on the sand or whatever. But yeah, it's part of it. So yeah.
Yes. And it can have its effect on you. It can. I go through
Yeah.
that. I go through that a lot. And then I also, and then I'll turn another way. It's kind of like for me, I have to do it. I can't
Yeah.
help it anyway. And so I have this talk with myself. I'm like, okay, girl, so let's say you're not good enough. Let's say, your art is not popping. Nobody's
Yeah.
checking for it. What you finna do with all these canvases? And I'm like, okay, well,
Yeah.
I can sell them, but what you gonna do that burn? And anyone that really loves to do something, like they know what the burn is. If chances are, if you're thinking about it when you go to sleep and you're thinking about it when you wake up, you're supposed to damn do something about it.
That's what she's probably doing. Yes. Gwen said
Yeah.
she's agrees with our statement. But no, girl, I feel the same way. And I was like, well, at least I'm gonna do it for me. Like I was like, I didn't start this to sell it. I started it because it was therapeutic. And it just kind of, went into that where I felt comfortable showing my work and it felt, some people connected with it and so yeah, I have to turn back to that and say, okay, why do you do this? Do you do this for the galleries? Do you do this for collectors? Or are you doing it for yourself? And yeah, I think that's a good way to center ourselves. And I have to center myself a lot, but I love it. Especially right now, it's been my go-to. I couldn't do it initially until that time where I had secured where I was going to be able to work from home and not having to worry about, trying to protect myself. And then I lived with my folks. So I was concerned. I was like, I can't get them sick. Like initially they were telling us that, we will be okay, but, older people may not. And I was like, I can't be responsible. So once that was secure, I was like, okay, let me create. Let's do this. Yeah. So
Because my mother lives with me and she is my only living parent.
Yeah.
We're close anyway, but after my father died, I was just like, child.
Yeah.
It was like the T.I. song up in here. I was like, Mama, you can have whatever you like. Like, I spoil her. I don't care. Like, that is my boo. Like, I thought I loved her before. I was just like, I got to make sure that she is not under any stress. So I'm not trying to do anything to put her in harm's way in any way. Like, I adore that lady so much. So
absolutely. So by the way, I just had some masks come in today. So I'm excited. I've been using bandanas and this struggle's been real. I had like the little blue paper towel underneath the bandana. Because they said the shop towels work. Yes. So
I'm making some because my brother
yes.
he lives alone, and he was like, "Can you make me one, like a good one with the little thing?" So I went and got. I'm never satisfied, so I found like 3 different videos because everybody has their own way of doing it, and so I just
Yeah.
combined all the videos to make the mask that I felt was the best.
Yes.
And it's got a little filter pocket, so I can send it to you, and then you can wash it and put the little filter in. We went to I always get them confused. Girl, it was Lowe's or Home Depot. I have no idea which one we
Was
went
it
to.
blue or orange? You remember outside? It's okay.
You see me, I'm like,
Like which they're interchangeable for the most part.
sad. They are.
It's
They're
okay.
the same store to me. Like they're made
Yeah.
similar when you go in. But
Yeah.
we looked it up, and there is. Oh, okay. Joe is whispering it was Lowe's. Thank you, Joe.
Thanks, Joe.
Saying, he's like,
I love
so weird. Yeah. So here's a little mask. This is my brother.
Yes. Okay.
So
Okay.
the weirdo, let me just tell you, the weirdo artist in me, and I'm a photographer as well. I'm so salty that we stuck in the house because I want to do like a whole photo shoot.
You should.
With some girls and some dudes
Do
with some
shoot.
LeMay mask on. I got plans. I think I'm gonna make them anyway and just do it after we get on quarantine. And this is like the little filter pocket. You see it? So you put your little filter in there. And you have to go to the store and you have to get the right one. So it has to be at least, where's the thing?
The 1900.
It's just,
okay.
Just put it right in my face. Oh my God.
Joe, like, here you go. Here you go, baby. I got you.
Yeah, he like, whatever. It doesn't have to be, hey, Leslie. Oh, I see you, sis. It can be 1,500. It starts at 15. Anything 1,500 and above will catch that virus stuff.
You want to look for the one that says virus and bacteria.
Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway, long story short.
No, we needed to know that.
I'll make you one and
please. I'll pay you. We'll pay you.
Send it to you. When I send it to you, just wash it just to be safe. That's why I like it, because it got that little pocket. You can wash the actual mask and then just put your little filter in there.
Yes, that's what I'm looking for. Those, yeah, absolutely.
But if
you got some heart. Okay.
If you do go get this, you want to make sure that when you put this filter in, you put it in the right way. Because it has
I'm gonna have Shonda, I'm gonna have a dot on the right side. So where the dot is the one that should be facing out. Thank you, Joe. Oh my gosh.
Joe trying to get us together, okay?
Yeah, I love my husband so much. I love messing with him as much as I love messing with him.
He's super supportive and very knowledgeable. That's good.
He is. He's a jack of all trades. But yeah, I'm making we went to the store. we went to the store though, girl. All the fabric was gone. Like all I got was a light brown and a dark brown. Like it was nothing left except for like upholstery stuff. I was like, what is going on?
Do you need a specific type of fabric? Because I have fabric. She
no,
said she's
supporting the brand. Okay, sorry, my friend is always supporting the brand, Leslie.
Always.
But you don't need a certain type of fabric. I just wanted to get like more colorful stuff. But I mean, I don't think people will care. They either gonna want these masks or not.
I'll tell you what. The reason I asked is I have extra fabric. Like I got a whole sewing machine, but
I got a gang load of fabric. I have a gang load of fabric. I'm the fabric lady, but I'm not using my $12 a yard fabric for no mask. Sorry, y'all. Please forgive me.
No, it's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
$2 fabric is what $2 fabric is what you get. I can't do it.
I got you.
Okay, so I do have another question for you. How long have you been painting and drawing? Like, how long has that been a love for you?
Ooh. I mean, I've been in sketching and painting. She said she liked our post passing the brush. Thank you. But with our really good art teacher, yes, and he said he would call the parents, and the parents would be like, "What you want me to do?" It's like, it's time to come. It's time to come on out. We were like, come on out. But yeah, both my parents are teachers.
How sad. 30 years of all that knowledge, and they just sitting there. They don't even realize everything they missing. Like, I would love something like that.
Yes.
And I think those were the only classes I was somewhat good in, girl. Art class, and see, my life before the girl, I used to have like a beautiful voice. And I was, well, you already know, I was a music head. Girl, choir.
Used to teach, and Rafa said, yes, it is a blessing. Like, you know, what we inherit from them is absolutely so. I have him the credit, and I have to say that. I don't say that, and when I tell people that, they're always like, "Oh wow, okay, yeah," and I forget. I have to acknowledge that. So I've been doing that a lot more. But yeah.
I don't know.
How long have you been? How long have you been arting or creating?
I was really little. I've always been a doodler, you know? Like, as soon as I have memory of like being able to write, I was doodling. And I remember, so let me tell you this story so you can laugh real hard. Girl, why did I get in trouble in the 6th grade? I was always a little entrepreneur, right?
Oh, wait a minute.
We used to have like this store inside the school. All it was like a glass case, and they had school supplies, you know, other cool stuff like Hello Kitty erasers, folders that you could buy for 10 cents. And I needed some folders, and I bought some, and I was drawing on them. And some of my friends, little fast tail. It was finally some people up in there, man. I'm salty. I have no idea what happened, Shonda.
You got to tell us the rest of this story. I know what's about to happen. I'm on the edge of my seat. Like, wait.
I guess I was telling a bad story, so it disconnected. It was like, we tired of you.
Insta said, it's time to go.
Like, you about to say something nasty, so we gonna go and disconnect you. Like, it's going down. Yeah, but so they were asking, like, can you draw sexy ladies on our folders, girl? Before I knew it, I was like, yeah, but it'll cost you. And they were like, okay, well, how much is it going to be? And I said, well, it's going to be 25 cents. You know, I was making a 15-cent profit. Girl, and then I took it up to 35 cents. Girl, and before I knew it, I had like 12 little boys asking me for little nasty pictures on their folder. Girl, when I tell you this teacher found out, and my mama beat my ass.
No.
Like, she was like, nasty, little nasty. It was so funny. I was like, that's what they wanted.
They requested it.
Girl, I got in so much trouble. My mom was like,
I didn't know you were going to say you were drawing.
That's what you do.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, it was. So Joe is downstairs talking about, ooh, that was your first commission. It really was. But,
literally.
Yeah. I was like, what you want? So.
What?
You got to get a crowd what they ask for.
Give them what they want.
It was horrible. But as far as so I was always drawing and stuff, but as far as the painting, I didn't really get into painting until like my junior high, you know. Okay. And then when I got to college, I got really serious about it because I majored in fashion design, and that came via drawing, you know, because I didn't know how to sew, but I knew how to draw, and I was always drawing like dresses and stuff like that. And so we had fashion illustration class, and girl, I was just in love with it. And we had this teacher named Carol Alt, girl, and she was like the real deal, girl. She used to draw for the fur company called Winslow's. Like the
I've
ads
heard
that you would see
of
in the newspapers, like she was a big deal.
Winslow. Okay.
And she was at TWU. So I just soaked up everything she had to tell me. And I also had a teacher, Linda Gamble Camp.
Her name sounds familiar. Who is that?
Yeah. She's been in a lot of shows in Dallas, and she used to teach it. I don't know if she still teaches there, but she taught at the infamous Booker T. Washington. And
I know her name.
my mother went to high school with her, and I took private art lessons from her, girl. And I thought I was doing something. My art was right here, and she took it right here.
Yes.
So I stand up, girl. Art teachers can change your life.
Absolutely. I need to find mine, man. She was a sub like for that 1 year, but I credit like the crazy colors and all that to her. And I'm doing my show. So the show we're doing in September, I'm trying to highlight for my portion. I wanted to highlight like key moments that kind of changed me into the woman I am today. Like what, because I feel like we all have those milestones that, okay, I discovered this about myself, or so I'm like, there's a lot of people that are part of that I want to give them kind of their flowers in that moment, as well as kind of highlight and, capture all of that. So that's the plan, but I need to find her. I know she's still around, but I don't have her information. I would love for her to come and be like, you influenced me so big. And I never had the opportunity to tell her, 10 years, over 15, 20 years later. Yeah.
I know. I was in a show I didn't even know that we were in a show together. There's this Lenore Rolla Heritage Museum in Fort Worth. And every Black History Month, they have a show. And I was in it, and I'm just walking around like the day of this. I went to go drop off my painting, and some other people had already dropped theirs off, and I'm just walking around, right? And I'm just drawn to this one painting, and I'm like, wow, this person's so talented. Girl, while I look down, I see her name, and just like these big ass tears just start coming down, because I was like, this is my teacher. This is my Like, I love that lady. Because she did change my life, because I already loved it, but she turned it she made me realize that I was like, oh, I have a talent. Like, I can actually do something with this, But that's what a good teacher will do for you. They like open up a door,
That's a blessing. Yes.
Touch right now, girl. I love you, Linda Gamble Camp, wherever you at. I love her.
Like, so absolutely. Much.
I really do.
Yeah, I've definitely heard her name. I'm trying to think if it's from the art scene or from the community stuff that I was doing. But yeah, that's a blessing. Let's see. She is. I'm gonna have to look up her work. I'm gonna look her up as soon as I get up out of here, because I'm like, I know her name.
Like, ooh, ooh, So, yeah.
Yes.
Well, what else? So what else we got to talk about? So we talked about shows. I got the down and dirty about what type of paint you use.
Yeah.
Oh, so how often do you take commissions?
So I take commissions are weird. Like I'm picky about the commissions I take now, thank gosh, because I have, I have other income coming in, so I don't have to take it. But like one of my friends I went to college with, she hit me up a week ago and was like, hey, I need this by Sunday. She was like, you don't have to say yes. And I was like, no, it's too fast. And then I was like, you know what, I can do it. Because I knew I was kind of in the zone, and I was in that space where you like, okay, let's get this little money, but also to help her out, because she reached out to me. But I'm open to commissions. I finished one I started one in December. I finished that in March. I have one now, a lady working on a book that she reached out to me. So I'm open. I don't typically turn them away unless I just don't like the concept, or I feel like I'm not the best person for her. I will let people know, like, that's not really what I do, but here's somebody else. And that's how I get commissions sometimes too, is that people be like, well, I don't do commissions, but here's Shonda, she can do this. So I have a few that are possibilities, but I also cherish the time where you're just working on your own stuff, and that's what I thought I was gonna be doing during quarantine. And God was like, "No, let me throw you this," and so I'm like, "Okay, grab it, grab this." But I would love to not have to do anymore. I'm open to them and I appreciate them, but I'm also, let's see what I could do. I have some ideas that I hadn't, actually worked on or put into practice until now, and I'm like, I'm in that rare zone I want to utilize. But to answer your question, I take them all the time. It takes me normally a month to do with the average one. I can go faster, and especially like when I'm in this zone mode, I can go a lot faster. So we'll see. We'll see how many more come up. I'm open to commissions. What about you?
I admire you. I admire you a lot. I really do. I have a mixed feelings about commissions.
Yeah.
Probably because I used to have to, like, so when I went to college, like I told you, I majored in fashion design. And when I got out of college, I didn't find a job in fashion design like the way I thought I was going to. It didn't go that way.
Yeah.
So I made my own opportunity. And
yes,
I
that's what I'm talking about. I can snap this.
I started off, I made my own opportunity. And I started off doing career wear. I didn't really like that. And then I started focusing on prom dresses, which was my jam. Like, I love prom dresses and formal gowns, but I love the freedom of being able to design what I want to. I don't want to sound like an asshole. It's kind of like this. You wouldn't go to a plumber and hire the plumber and then go in there and tell him what to do when you don't know shit about what you're talking about. But for some reason, I guess because it's clothing and art, people feel like I should be telling them what to do. And I'm kind of like, no. Other than you telling me what you're uncomfortable with showing, like some people, I don't like my arms out, or, I'm big-breasted, but I don't like to show them off. Since you're paying me, let me do what I do best. And I would get frustrated with people, and I'd be, try to tell them kindly, man, it's going to look whack, but, like, I want to pick my own fabric. I'm like, well, let me go with you, They don't know the difference between cheap ass fabric and, what gives, what doesn't give. Like, it's a lot of nuances. So I was, even though I love doing it, it was, it was a box. You had a little room in it, but it was still a box.
It's still a box.
Yeah.
I agree. So my friend that I did the commission for, the one thing I like about her, she said, this is what I want. She said, I want a pirate ship. She said, I want a tiki bar and I want palm trees on the beach. I said, it was almost too much breathing. So I would hit her up and be like, okay, what you think about this? Or what about that? But I try to read people's energy. Like the lady I did in December, I knew she was going to be a lot because she was very specific about her vision, and I charged her accordingly because I was like, girl, we going to be going back and forth. And that's, yes, we are the expert. But so, I just try to accommodate for that in my pricing. But I do insurance. So part of it is negotiating, dealing with people, okay. And I kind of take that approach. Like I send them progress shots. Anytime I touch the canvas, I'm sending them a progress shot. This is what I did today. What do you think? So we try to have opportunities to address any issues. But I like what we talked about, the 2 edits thing, and beyond that, that's a good idea, having 2 edits.
That was mostly from my design and photography work. I just learned, like, because when I left it open, like people I was like, lady, I can't at this point, you're paying me for something that costs $500 and you done ran it up to $1,200, but you don't want to pay the $1,200. So, at this point you need to stop, just like micromanaging and nitpicking. So it's just a fine balance. You have to learn, like, what can I what rules or guidelines can I put in place to protect myself, but also not offend your customer? Because you don't want to offend your customer. That's not my intent. Also, I don't want you to drive me damn crazy. So
that part, yeah, because I agree. But I've been fortunate, I've been blessed. Like the people that come my way normally are chill. They'll be like, do what you need to do. You the artist. I'm like, yes. Okay.
They feel that Sagittarius energy. They know Sagittarius is not gonna fuck with you for too much longer. You keep tripping. That's what I know about y'all. Like,
and I'll do it. So look, on that last one, I said, she was like, well, why did you change this? And I was like, well, this is, and I gave her my reasoning. I was like, well, this is pulling the painting down. I didn't like the colors for that, you know. And then when I explained it, she was like, oh, okay. Yes, it's a reason. Edits have a reason behind it. So, but like I said, for the most part, I haven't experienced that. Thank God. It hadn't been, normally I don't have a lot of back and forth, and I try to limit it as much as possible, but.
Well, I might have taken it off, but I think I have on my bio, no commissions.
Yeah. And you're not by yourself. It's other artists that's like, no, you know, yes.
I wish I could get a happy medium, because I actually, like in photography, I do kind of wish that I do want to be commissioned, but I want to be commissioned for the vision that I am trying to push out. You know, kind of like Derek Blanks. Nobody goes to, and I'm so happy he's well now. You know, he had the coronavirus. But Derek Blanks is a famous Black photographer in Atlanta. You know, he's doing everybody's work. He is so badass. But, you know, people would come to him and commission him for things, but like they went there with, you know, like, I understand this is how you're going to do it. This is what you're known for. So it's kind of
this is your yes. So that was the thing.
Don't come to me asking me to paint. Can you paint it like Shonda Cooks? Well, no, I can't, because I'm not Shonda. I'm Jamila, and I paint this way. Do you like this? Well, no. Okay, well, go call Shonda so she can do it the Shonda Cooks way. Like, why are you over here trying to make me do something that's totally opposite of what I do? It's
yeah. Like, I mean, I've been fortunate. I've been blessed. So I'm gonna try to, Father, please don't send the wrong people to me, or let me read it early and be like, no, I'm a little bit booked out, you know, so I can
just be firm and hit them with that rule book I told you about. And the busters will get on. I had to learn the hard way, and that stuff I told you. That is like 5-6 years of experience where I was just like, okay, I messed up here. I've given this person too much. They say, thank you. That's Leslie. That's her. She said, we never asked Gucci to make something like Donna Karen. Exactly. Because, you know, you finna get those plain geometric shapes from Donna, like, child, that's what you finna wear. And it's gonna be black. Like, what's up? Don't ask me to do no colorful shit. You know, it's Donna Karen. Hello, it's gonna be black. You know? But tomato. So at any rate, so yeah, I don't take commissions, but maybe one day I will. But you're doing fabulous work, commission or not. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
And I'm so happy I got to meet you and be in shows with you. I feel so honored.
Man, so cool. Me too. I mean, I can't believe it's been like, what is it, like 2 years? When did we do that? That was last year? For Falling in Love with Me?
It was in February, so it's been a year and 2 months, yeah.
You know what? This has been an interesting year. This month or last month, that's why it feels like longer too. But yeah, no, I'm grateful. Because you have good energy, you're connected, you got advice, and yeah, super supportive. You know, and we both like going to art shows too. So yes.
I love going to art shows. I love seeing other artists work, even if it's totally different from like that. I love that. I never get tired of it. I love it so much.
Yeah,
I really do.
Awesome. I get
And we got
inspired.
we got the
Yeah.
same music taste. So yeah, we in there like
Yes.
somewhere.
But your music taste is better than mine. But you put me on to some stuff. We worked on this playlist. That playlist was good.
That playlist was everything. I'm just saying, like, ugh.
We were so busy during that show. We should turn the music up, but we were in the zone too because it was so many people that came. It was all around really good experience. But
That show was
grateful.
it was really nice. And just think, like, the weather was so horrible that day. And for all those people to show up, like, I was so touched. We really should do another one, like in the spring. Well, it is springtime.
It's the spring.
Maybe next year, but we should do another one.
I agree. Yeah, I was honored to even be there, and we were putting the decorations up. We had to look. We were both like, we need to spruce this up, have some decorations. So that's how we really got cool. Was on that part where we were like, I'll help you. You like, I'll help you.
Put some sparkles up in here, something.
Right. Yes. And I got to see your home studio, which is beautiful. So yeah. But yeah, we got to do another one.
Oh my God, that will be so fun. You have to come over, like, after all this mess is over.
That part, yeah.
Okay, so thanks to you and Aaliyah, I found out about House Party. I love that app so much.
It's fun.
You can have, so for those of you that don't know, you can have up to 8 people in there. You can see their face and talk to them, including you. So that it's you and 7 other people. And it also has a button where you can play trivia, which is,
I love the trivia.
And the songs, I'm here for it. So thank you so much for telling me about that app. I really like it.
Yes, I got put on myself, and I was like, "This is cool." Yeah, so I'm glad you enjoyed it. I need to add you. I'm gonna add you.
Yeah, please add me. We were on there yesterday. It was me and Ali and her husband and Joe, girl, and we just sitting there playing trivia. So I'm so competitive. I was like, "There can be only one," girl, because I was winning most of the games. And then Aaliyah's husband started whipping my butt. I didn't like that thing. I was like, okay, I'm ready to get out.
It's time.
Yeah, I was salty. He like, yeah, you getting beat up. So yeah, but I love that app.
That's nice. Yeah, I'm sorry. My phone getting blown up, hey.
Nah.
Thank you so much for inviting me. Thank y'all for listening. We appreciate it.
All right, love. I'll talk to you later.
Okay, bye.
Everybody, thank you for joining Artist to Artist.
Thank you for joining in on the conversation with the visual artist LaShonda Cooks. You can find her artwork on her website at shondasart.com, as well as on Instagram at shondasart.